Hello everyone. Before we get started today, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Jam2Go. I looked at his video on recreating a digital camera in Unreal for guidance as I figured out my own version. I think what I got here is pretty solid, but his turned out exceptionally good. So I'll link that below so you can check it out. Or if you're interested in making your own, his video is a really good place to start. But if you've picked up this asset and want to use it in your own project, I'm going to show you how to get that set up. It's super easy and it takes like no time at all. So diving right into it, I've got my character blueprint open here. This is just the default Unreal character blueprint, and I've got some of the default logic collapsed into these graphs here. And once you've added the Digicam component to your project, literally all you need to do to get it set up is come to this add button here, and we're going to search for BPC Digicam, and we'll add that to our character. I'm going to drag out a reference here to our component, and dragging off of this, I'm going to search for initialize Digicam. I'm going to hook this up to begin play, and then I'm going to grab our player camera right here as well and hook that up, and that's it. Right away, if we compile and save this and play it in the editor, we'll see it's working, no problem. So super easy to set up, but you can see here on this function we've got a couple additional settings. All of these are ticked on by default, but I'll go through each one and tell you what they do in case you want to exclude some of them. This first one constrains the aspect ratio to a 4:3 ratio, and all that is are these borders on the side of the screen here. If you prefer to have that turned off, you can just uncheck that, and you'll see we'll have no more borders on the sides. I also have the frame rate constrained by default. This is to more closely emulate a real digital camera. Digital cameras, especially in the early 2000s, had a much lower frame rate, so I have it set to 30 here. But if you'd like to disable that, you can just untick this as well, and it will ignore this custom frame rate. Next is this realistic exposure. That's what dynamically adjusts the exposure based on the brightness or darkness of the area that you're in. We can kind of see that take effect in the editor here. For example, if we look at this wall, the sky looks very washed out, and then when we look back up at the sky, it kind of just goes back to normal a little bit. It's subtle, but I think it adds a lot. But again, if you prefer to disable that, you can do so here. And then this last setting here is just to enable or disable our low resolution filter. So if I take that off, you'll see that the pixelated effect is gone now as well. So lots of flexibility here to get the look that you want. But personally, I like all of these effects turned on, so I'm going to go ahead and re-enable them. And we'll just have one final look at that in the viewport. I'm currently working on bundling this component with the Pro first-person horror template to give you even more options and a really great starting point for making a game. I think this sort of digital camera would work really well for one of those liminal backrooms or dreamscape type games, but whatever you're working on, I'd love to check it out, so feel free to join the Discord and share whatever you're working on there. But that's it for now on the Digicam component. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.